Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm making some pesto pasta. I'm sorry it's been a while, I've been on vacation, but I'm back and I'm ready to make some more food, so let's get started. The first step in this process is getting my basil ready. So I have this basil plant here. I got it out of this special kit that I got for Christmas. So if you've been paying attention to my videos, you can see the background, it's been right in that window. It's been growing. I planted it just before I started the YouTube channel. But here it is now. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to cut off the basil that I want to use. And so the basil, I heard that, or I saw that you want to cut from the stem so it can regrow. And so I don't have a ton of basil, I have a few large leaves. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go on the top. I'm just going to cut off the stem and get some of my basil like that. So I'm going to get, I don't know how much basil I'm going to get, enough to make my sauce. So I'm just going to cut off a few of these, and then I'll show you what to do next. So now I have cut off my basil, and so I just cut from the stems, and I know it looks like I just destroyed my plant, but hopefully what I read and watched was correct, that if I cut from the stem, it'll grow back. So now this is my basil plant. This will grow back, hopefully. And now we have our basil. So the next step is basically we're gonna wash our basil in some cold water. So I have a bowl with cold water right here, and I'm just gonna put all my basil in there. I'm just gonna submerge it, and this is gonna get all the gunk off, make sure there are no bugs on it. And I know we're inside, but bugs can get in, especially now because it's the summertime. So we're gonna make sure there's nothing there and that our basil is clean. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take out my basil, and all we want for that sauce is the leaves. So I'm just gonna rip off the leaves, and I'm gonna set them on my paper towels. Now I've taken off all of my basil leaves, and so now I'm just gonna spread them out on my paper towel. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on with another paper towel, and I'm just gonna dry these off. And we wanna dry these off because we don't want our pesto to be watery. Right here I have some pine nuts, and so what we're gonna do for our sauce is we're just gonna toast these up for about 30 to 45 seconds in a pan that's on about medium heat. So now we can go ahead and do that. So these have been going for about 30 or 45 seconds, and now we can set these to the side to make the rest of our sauce. So I've got all my ingredients here. I have my basil, my toasted pine nuts. You probably cannot see, but they have a nice darker brown color, nice toasted golden brown, so it's perfect. Then I have some Parmesan cheese, 1 clove of garlic, some olive oil, and that's what we're gonna need for our sauce. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with all of our basil. Next, I'm just gonna peel my garlic and then put that in. So for the next part, I'm gonna add my toasted pine nuts, but I have no idea how much to add, because I'm kind of just winging this. I kind of just know the basics of the recipe. So I'm just gonna eyeball a little bit at first, and then if we need some more, I'll add some more. So I'm just gonna go in. Maybe that many, maybe that's too much. Like I said, I have no idea. Next, I'm just gonna grate in some of my Parmesan cheese. I'm kind of just gonna eyeball this because I also have no idea how much of this to put in. Finally, I can go on with a drizzle of olive oil. Now it's time to blend this up. Right here, I have my pesto, and so what I ended up doing for this was I actually had to use a lot more olive oil so it would blend. But anyways, here it is. So you can see right there, it looks pretty good to me. I bet I could have blended it up a little bit more. So I've started to heat up my pasta water. So we're bringing it up to a boil. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in and oil and salt my water. Alrighty everyone, so it looks like I just forgot to hit record. So what I did is added my pasta, and I'm using spaghetti, but most pastas will work for this recipe. And now if you're using store-bought pasta, just follow the package instructions. And if you're using homemade pasta, just cook it for about 2 or 3 minutes. That should be good. So now that our pasta is done cooking, we can drain the water. First, I'm gonna go in with our pasta. Next, I'm gonna take our pesto. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix. It's a little thick. I don't know if it's supposed to be thick, but I'm gonna add it in. And now I can mix. Right here we have our finished product. We have our pesto pasta. So let's taste this. Holy moly, this is really good. So the basil has such a freshness, and the garlic and the the cheese and the everything, the olive oil, everything just contributes so nicely to this dish. The pasta like gets all the flavors nicely, and yeah, this is just a really nice dish. The pine nuts have a nice toastiness, nuttiness. So yeah, definitely give this one a go. This is definitely one of my favorites that I've done so far. So yeah, give this one a try, and I'll see you in the next one.